Alrighty everybody, thank you for making it out to my final speech for my public speaking class at LSC. This final speech is a persuasive speech. I'm not going to tell you the topic right off the bat, we're just going to hop into it and see how I fare in the art of persuasion. Okay, let's get into it. We're going to start off by taking a look at a couple of photos. Does anyone know what this photo is of? Not a trick question.
Dogs.
Dogs?
Lots of dogs.
Very good, we got a smart bunch. How about this photo?
Horse.
It's AI generated horse.
A horse. Very good. That's 2 for 2. How about this one?
Native Americans.
A powwow?
Yes, but mom's right. Native Americans. Now, kind of odd, but what do a dog, horse, and a native person have in common? That's a rhetorical question. They're the only beings in the United States that are required to prove their identity through blood. Sounds absurd, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to repeat that. They're the only beings in the United States that are required to prove their identity through blood. But for us Indigenous people, this isn't just some quirky, fun fact. It's a painful truth. Many people haven't even heard of blood quantum, but for Native communities, it can determine our access to treaty rights, land, healthcare, education, and even our sense of belonging. I'm a descendant of Oneida Nation and the Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe. I grew up on Leech Lake, my ancestral homeland, but as you can tell, I'm super white passing. I spent my life hearing things like, well, you don't look very Native. How Native are you? And I felt at times that participating in my own culture would make me some sort of pretendian. A pretendian, for those of you who don't know what it is someone who claims to have Native American heritage for the benefits, but they're not actually Native. Blood quantum didn't just affect what's on my paperwork per se. It made me question my place in my own community. So, that's why I'm here to tell you that blood quantum requirements are not sacred traditions meant to protect Native people. They are a colonial tool of erasure designed to eliminate us over time, and we need to challenge them. To help break this all down a little further, I'm going to explain what blood quantum is, how it works, we're going to uncover the colonial roots of this system, and show how we can support tribal self-determination as a better path forward. Okay, so starting off, blood quantum is still used today to control Native identity. Blood quantum is a system that measures how much Indian blood a person has. You've probably heard things like, oh, I'm a quarter Cherokee, or she's an eighth Navajo. That's blood quantum. According to the National Museum of American Indians, this system was not even created by Native communities. It was created by none other than the U.S. government. Shocker. Today, it's still being used to determine who's Native enough to be enrolled in tribes, access services, or receive landed benefits that were guaranteed by treaties. And this system has created horrible consequences. Some children of enrolled parents are denied enrollment. So that means there's Indigenous kids out there who want to learn things about traditional hunting, fishing, or cultural practices, but they're not legally able to participate in their own culture. Identity becomes something you have to prove with documents, not lived experience. Indian country today even describes blood quantum as mathematical genocide, because with each generation, fewer people are able to meet that requirement. This isn't just sad, it's strategic. It was meant to phase us out. Blood quantum was created to erase Native people, not protect them. The idea of measuring Native identity by blood was originated with the Dawes Act of 1887. It was a part of a broader government plan to break up tribal land and to reduce the number of people they legally had to recognize as Indian. Professor David Wilkins said it best. He called it a bureaucratic mechanism of elimination, which is a slow, calculated way to erase Indigenous people from legal and political existence. But before colonization, Native identity was rooted in kinship, community role, and cultural belonging. No one asked, what are you? Or how Native are you? No one reduced us to fractions. But now, even if you live on a reservation, speak your own language, and practice your culture daily, you can still be told you don't count because of your blood quantum. So, we must replace blood quantum with tribally determined systems of identity. On the other side of the argument, some people say that blood quantum, it really helps protect Native cultures from being diluted. And that concern comes from a place of love and fear. Fear that we would lose our language, tradition, and our sovereignty. But forcing people out of their communities is just not the answer I think that we're looking for. These days, many tribal nations are adopting lineal descent, which is not, rather, it recognizes a person's ancestry without reducing them to math. This approach is rooted in culture, not colonization. Cultural survival depends on education, inclusion, and connection, not exclusion. So, it's a lot of information to throw at you guys, but what can we actually do about it? Starting off, stop asking Native people, what are you? Or how Native are you? It's invasive, it's hurtful, and it just perpetuates colonial thinking. Start asking Native people, what are your thoughts on blood quantum requirements? How can I support you? On that note, support Indigenous-led organizations like the Native American Funds Right, which advocates for tribal sovereignty and legal reform. But most importantly, share this knowledge. Educate yourself and others, especially if you're not Native. These policies affect real lives. It's affected my life, and silence is complicity. So, we started with an image of a dog, a horse, and Native Americans. But only one of them is still fighting for full recognition, based on blood. Blood quantum isn't cultural, it's colonial. And it's working just as it was designed, to shrink, divide, and erase us. In this speech, we've looked at how blood quantum is used, where it came from, and what we can do to make a change. Because we're not just a quarter, and we're not just innate. We're whole people with full stories and full rights to our cultures. And it's time the system that governs us reflected the truth. So join me in stopping blood quantum requirements. Miigwech.
Big witch.
Chanel flow.
Slay. Slay is
That was so
good.
good, Card.
That was so good.
Thank you.
No.
It's like one of those Kennedy Center deals.